wonderful time of year, summertime shy. And once we get to, the end of July into the beginning of August, one of the biggest festivals throughout the year takes place, and that would be Lollapalooza. So we've enlisted some help to give you all of the nitty-gritty about the upcoming festival this week from our friends at Do 312, and we have Abhijeet, Rane here.
Hey, how are you?
Oh, great to have you
Good
here.
to see you. Thanks for being in studio.
Of course, yeah.
Okay, do you feel like before we get into some of these events that are happening in and around Lollapalooza, do you feel like there's any common rookie mistakes that first-time Lolla goers make when they come to Chicago?
Okay, so this is just my advice to anyone. It's the first time where they're going back. You gotta get sunscreen and water. Those are like your two festival best friends, even more so than your best friends at the festival.
No, that's so serious because
It really
by this
is.
time of year we have heat advisories and all different kinds of things going on. And even if you're young, you kind of think you can go harder than maybe your body actually can.
Yeah, and the awesome thing is Lolla does have like free water refill stations. So you come with a collapsible water bottle and a tiny thing of sunscreen, you're gonna be so happy
Yeah.
all weekend long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They come with the collapsible bottles. They
'Cause-
just need to make sure they fill it with water.
Water.
Messing
Yeah.
that one up could wreck your whole time.
Yeah.
If you end up in that medical tent,
Yeah.
and you can't, you know what I'm saying? Like that.
I see the
that is-
ambulances coming
Yeah,
in
you
and out.
also you
Yeah.
don't want to be the one friend that gets held up there.
Oh,
Right,
yeah, you don't want to be
You'll
that
never hear
friend.
the end of that.
Okay, so let's talk about some of your picks for Lolla Weekend. Like, what are some of the things that people, if they're coming here or if they live here and they're coming downtown, they need to make sure they participate in?
Yeah, so obviously like Lolla it's like its own season, right? Like
Yeah.
we have every season, then we have Lolla. One of my favorite parts of Lolla is like obviously going to the festival and then right after going to all of the Lolla after shows. And we have such a cool like music landscape in Chicago. So all of the music venues, all these independent music venues have their own Lolla after shows. So I highly recommend if you can get a pair of tickets to any Lolla after show, you should check it out because you'll have music lovers like yourself out there who are going from like the hours long festival to then even enjoy some more music. And if you like to win tickets, we're giving away tickets to every single Lolla after show on Do 312. So that's like another added thing on that.
How do they do that? How do they capitalize
So
on
if
that?
you go to do312.com/Lolla after shows, you can just win tickets to every single show that's going
They
on.
just register. It's like a random.
Yeah, it's just a random
lottery.
win. You just hit
Yeah.
enter to win, and then you win.
Okay, do you have some favorites? Like, the Lolla list is so long.
Yeah.
Sometimes you kind of gloss over it and you're like, I only see the things that are in big print.
Yeah.
But maybe there's somebody who's really good in fine print.
I always like to find like one big print and one small print artist each day to like focus in on.
That's a good
And some of
strategy.
my favorites right now is like I really want to see Doechii because I know she's
Yes.
about to become an even bigger superstar
Yeah.
than she is right now. And then the global pop group Cat's Eye is there on Sunday, and a lot of my friends are teaming up for that.
Aha.
Do you have any recommendations on where people, if they're seeing, let's say they see this clip in anticipation of Lolla, and they're like, okay, I do want to get in on one of these after parties. Maybe they don't win the lotto through Do 312, but is there a place where they can go to find out, hey, like a menu of some of these after parties? Because you're right, there's so many little venues around Chicago in the neighborhoods that people are going to want to check out.
Yeah, so that's also kind of where like Do 312 comes in. We have all of these events listed on our website.
Sweet.
So even if you're in town for Lolla and you don't want to hit the Lolla crowd again, we have a listing of like every other event going on in the city too. So if you're here, you're like, okay, after the festival, I just want to go to like a dive bar. We have a list of dive bars you can check out. If you're like, I want to maybe catch a late night comedy show, we got you covered there too.
Sweet.
Okay, those are very long days to say like I'm gonna be at Lolla all day and then I'm still thinking about an after party like whew. And some people like pregame even. But okay, if people are trying to navigate it all in terms of the stages even, how do you plan out your day? Like what are some strategies, best tips for strategizing Lala?
Yeah, so something that I've learned over the years is you make the map of Lollapalooza your phone background.
Ooh.
So that way, every time you hold your phone up, you have the map of the entire park there. And that way, you're never confused about which direction, which stage is in, because you just have to look at your phone real quick, and then you don't have to connect to the internet, you don't have to worry about Wi-Fi, it's all there.
There's a membership that you can do through Do 312. It's called the More membership. What are the benefits? Tell us about that and what the benefits are.
So
give us your sales pitch.
Absolutely. So look, I love to go out. I'm sure you guys love to go out too. And going out is always getting more expensive, but you know, and it's always hard to like find like those like small little unique things to do. So we have a membership service called Do More that helps you do more. You sign up, it's only $7 a month. You tell us what kind of events you like, what neighborhoods you go out in, what kind of music you listen to. You can even hook up your Spotify to the account, and we will find a pair of tickets to a show that you like. It will most likely be someone you know, or it'll be someone we think you will probably enjoy. And we'll hook you up with a pair of tickets every single month, and sometimes you even get last-minute ticket drops to like some of the biggest stuff going on in Chicago. So it's just like a really cool way to find events and find people that like events too.
And let's talk a little bit about that, because overall it is festival season, which means every weekend there are multiple festivals going on. This past weekend I was like, do I go to Lincoln Avenue Fest, or do I go to Wicker Park Fest, you know, or do I go one on Saturday, one on Sunday? It's easy to be able to do things in our city without spending a whole lot of money. So talk about some of the things that maybe would fall in that list of other things to do.
Yeah, so obviously like we have so many awesome street festivals that are like, it's such a good way to support neighborhood businesses. So I live on Argyle Street, and we have the Argyle Night Market like on Thursdays in the summer. So that's one of my favorite things to go to, because you'll have really, I also love food. So if there's music and food at the same time, I will be there.
You're my spirit animal.
Yeah. So any food vendors that I can go to, I will always check out at these street festivals.
Do you have any advice for those incoming to Chicago by the tens of thousands in terms of zeroing in on some of this food?
Like my favorite restaurant that they should check out
for this weekend, like other thing, if obviously you have to eat too. Hydrate and make sure you eat during Lala festivities. But what are some of the like happening places to go? I feel like some folks saw some of the big the young lady who does espresso.
Sabrina Carpenter.
Yeah, she was in town, and like they were like, oh, she went to this restaurant just like last year, the year before.
So I'm not a celebrity, but I'll give you my top picks. If you want to grab a coffee and you like sweet coffee like I do, I highly recommend going to like uptown to First Sip Cafe. They have an ube Vietnamese coffee that's just like simply so good. It's purple, so why wouldn't you want that? I think that's like my perfect way to cool down. Yeah, and then it's right next to the Lakefront Trail, so you can take a bike or a Lime scooter all the way back to the festival too.
Any place for celebrity sightings?
Because I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but these guests, they got to get out of downtown at least once.
Oh yeah, yeah.
If they're coming for a couple days, don't stay in. Sorry, I'm going to go soapbox for a second. Don't stay downtown the entire time. Hop the L, get a couple divvy bikes, get into the neighborhoods and check out. Uptown's a great option too. There's plenty of cool stuff up there.
Yeah, and you don't have to go too far.
Right.
Yeah.
And also, like, even if you're like, okay, I don't want to walk around a neighborhood, the Lakefront Trail is so gorgeous. Any opportunity to sit by the lake is something that you should take when you're here for the summer.
Abhijeet, let me ask you this: Anita alluded to the possibility before during our commercial break of actually encountering some of these artists, whether they're up and coming or is there a reasonable does this happen every year at Lala where you're at an after party and hey, look who rolls through?
Well, so celebrities, they're just like us. So they also want to go out to stuff, and that's where like all these Lala after parties, like they really come into play, because like they're friends with each other. So if they know one of them's doing a DJ set, you can expect to see a few more of them behind the DJ booth at these parties.
And that just adds to your Lala experience. When you're like, I was in Chicago and I just so happened to bump into Doechii, you know, somewhere, then you're like, oh, that really was cool.
Okay.
Yeah, and then a pro tip is keep an eye out for all of these celebrities where their friends are DJing, because that's how you know they're probably going to be there too. So if they're friends with a smaller DJ, that's who you want to keep an eye out for.
This is okay. So we have that. This is a good insider.
Yeah.
Don't forget the sunscreen. Don't forget the water.
Water, and food.
And you know what to do with the home screen on your phone.
That was such a pro tip.
And any other pro tip? We're getting the wrap, but any other pro tips?
Look,
these are good. These are real good.
I've been a festival junkie for a while. So this is all coming from like years of just like going out there. But I feel like I've covered like all of my festival pro tips. And just like one last thing if you guys like finding events and you want to try out Do More, we're giving away a free trial at do312.com/free trial. So come sign up there. Like I said, I'm not a celebrity, but you might see me out too.
Hey, no,
well,
you're the
after they
closest
see
thing
you
to
on
it.
here, they're gonna be like, "Isn't that Abhijeet?"
I like this do 312 more get more membership.
Yeah,
it's like a little
sounds really
it's a little
fun.
entertainment concierge service. You'll curate it for our
Right
needs.
to your inbox.
I love it. All right, Abhijeet, Rane, thank you so much for have a great Lala experience.
Yeah.
You as well.
Maybe I will see you
Enjoy.
out there. I'm going to be out there on
with
Saturday.
your water bottle.
With my water bottle,
Filled
with
with
my
water.
sunscreen. There's going to be water in there.
Filled with water.
I'm going to be on the job, Anita. Come on, give me a little bit of credit here. Thank you so much for being in the studio.